and make sure they're okay for everybody.
That's
It's
really nice of you, Terry.
I know. Somebody's got to do it.
No comments.
Make sure they're okay for everybody.
All right. That is up and running.
Joyce, are you still in New Jersey?
No, I'm in New York City on the 14th floor of West 73rd Street.
Wow.
I just saw
I-
pictures
Yeah,
around the
I-
corner from you that they
What?
had one of the small parks. They had snow, people of snow, or they had like mermaids, and they had people on the benches, and it was all a whole snow.
Well, I didn't leave the place. I got here before the storm to stay with my stepmom, and I'm leaving this afternoon to fly home, hopefully.
Okay, safe travels.
Yeah.
Mm.
So how is the situation snow-wise? Joyce?
I don't know. I haven't been out of the house. I haven't been out of the apartment.
You can see out the windows
Yes,
though,
yes.
right?
So there's
Is it everywhere?
Traffic is moving on West 73rd.
Okay,
The sidewalks are shoveled.
okay.
Um,
My first New York apartment was on 72nd in by West End,
yeah.
long time ago.
All right, welcome everyone. It is 8:45. Jackie's here, so now we can start. Are you
you.
alone this morning?
I am, yes. She
Okay.
has an appointment.
Okay, all righty. Well, it's good to see everybody. We are recording, so Martin, behave yourself.
I always get the finger pointed at me. Okay.
You just look
I
like
will, I'll
trouble.
behave. Oh, no
So
comment.
today we're talking about
Yeah,
scams, and I'm glad that Teresa is here. Oh, and here comes Kathy and Amy. So Teresa shared with me, we ran out of time last week, so I wanted to go ahead. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to go ahead
Morning.
and start with her, with Teresa's scam. So let me take us back to there. And just get us started right here. So this message popped up on my screen when I was searching for a recipe in Safari. The message was flashing and the sound was telling me my IP address had been compromised. My computer had been locked. And in order to unlock it, call 877 number. Don't attempt to shut down the computer. And as any good, smart tech person would do, when you get something ridiculous like that, you don't follow the instructions. So let's scroll down a little bit and look at the picture that she was seeing. See if I can open image in a new tab, make it a little bit bigger. Well, that didn't make it any bigger. And it's not giving me an option to make it bigger. Well,
It
let's go back.
looks very scary with all those bright colors.
It does look very scary.
It was very scary
Search this image.
with the
I can get
robotic
bigger.
voice.
I might be able to get bigger at it this way. No, that's not going to let me do it either. All right. So
Stretch it.
Oh, good job.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
but it doesn't, because of the pixels, it doesn't.
Yeah.
She took a photo of the screen, and so those are always going to be wonky because of they just are the way the screens project images. But you can just see that it's scary. There's a lot going on there. So
And it was flashing.
what she did. Teresa, do you want to tell us about what happened after that?
Well, immediately I thought of you, Betsy, and all we've learned. And I said, well, first of all, I tried to shut it down. It wouldn't let me shut it down, even though it was telling me not to shut down. So I looked up the number for Apple support, and it was not even close to that 877 number in the message that I was getting. And so I called them, and eventually he remoted into my computer and he could see what I was seeing. And he said Apple's been seeing a lot of that. Just people trying to take advantage of you. So we went through some steps, and I don't remember all the steps, but he said I did the right thing by calling Apple and not calling that number. But it was scary because it was that, robotic voice. Do not attempt to shut your computer down. Your IP address has been compromised. Do not attempt. Call us the 877 number. And,
Oh,
along with that thing flashing in my face, I'm going, what the hell? I mean, it was
yeah.
scary.
So what could
Good.
we all do and not have to call Apple? Is there any way?
Well, no. So, what she did was correct insofar as, whenever you're going to get something, and we're going to look back at it again, and I'll.
Okay, but my question is, why wouldn't her computer shut down?
Right, that's scary.
Eventually it did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just kept holding the off button, and it finally let me shut it down.
The lesson I'll take, I will tell on.
So, oh, there it is. I can
guess
see
I coulda
call Apple
unplugged it.
support, and there's an 877 number right there.
oh, thanks for sharing this, Teresa. It's so interesting.
And you
It's
should put
scary.
the Apple number in your phone, the real Apple number. It's hard to get them on phone anyway, but put that in your, not that
And-
number, but the number for Apple or Google support.
And that's where I was going to go next, Terry. So good lead in for that. So when we do, if you don't already have that in, we're going to go and we're going to do a search for Apple support number. Interestingly, that comes up as my first choice. So we do Apple support number, and this says Apple customer service. Now, I don't see anything that says sponsored. I'm going to go here. Do you see these three little dots here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go here and I'm going to see what is this website. I don't know. It's not telling me. Usually it's telling me. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. Contact Apple support. Telephone numbers are apt to change. So I'm going to look at that. And there it's telling me what the address is. HTTPS, which means secure, S means secure, supportapple.com. And if I go here, I'm going to tell me all about it. And so it has a link there with Google for more information about this one. So honestly, I don't know if I'm going to trust this.
Mm,
You know, I just don't. It's not giving me a lot of information.
yeah.
I don't know who paid for that to be at the top of the page, but I do recognize this because I've been there many times. Apple Discussions, as you know, is a community board that people will post a question and other people who are interested in Apple things will answer it, but they are not Apple employees. So I would always go with Apple support. So let's see where we go when we go here. Need help with your Apple services. Okay, and I look up again and it's support.apple.com US and then some other stuff. So we'll keep going. Request a refund, forgot your password, change your subscription, get online support. So that's online, and there is connect with live support.
Mm.
So 275-2273. Let's just see.
That was the same number as before.
Was it the same
Yeah.
number?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because I feel a lot more confident. 2273. Okay, I feel a lot more confident having looked at something that has a lot more information. Because I've already been, if I'm Teresa, I'm in a situation where I've already been invaded. So now I'm going to be even more suspicious. And I might even poke here and see, okay, is this an actual Apple store? Yeah, you can see somebody is not going to build something this extensive, this actually is Apple. So if I'm if I'm part of an attack that is mimicking Apple, then there is a likelihood because it's not, remember, it's not a teenager in their basement. This is a big, big business. And so to build a website that looks like something else is super simple. And you know, something that would take us a good bit of time is going to be like minutes for tech security people. So they could build something, but I looked at the Apple site, it looked like all legitimate. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm happy with the number. Now, how many people wrote that down or put it in their phone right then and there?
But that's not for Android people.
No, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's go back. And you're right, Amy. I know you're in the room.
Well, I'm in both camps, so I have a computer that's not Apple. So
I was being patient.
All right, so here is the number again. 1-800-275-2273.
27.
Like one of those screens that had robotic or. I haven't.
And
seen
in
it.
fact, there's several good ones. Like,
Devil.
you know, if you have a business and your business is Apple based, then there's for business manager.
Very scary.
If you're a
Yeah,
teacher,
I had one of
there's
those.
education customers.
The first thing I did was turn.
If
it
you know
my
somebody
phone.
who needs Apple support with American Sign Language support, there you go. Apple Cash and person-to-person payments, there's another whole one. And this was updated January 6th. So if any of these numbers interest you, or you know of somebody who might be able to use that, your son, daughter, niece, nephew have a business and and Apple is the base of their business, give them that number. Because we have to help each other
mhm.
in being safe. And as we know, many of our people, morning Nancy, who are younger than us think that they are infallible when it comes to technology, when actually we have the time to put our attention on this, and they might not. And so, you know, just like you gave them stranger danger lectures back when they were little tiny kids, it's a new era of stranger danger. So, Teresa, if you're okay with that, I'm going to make that a JPEG and share it with the email that I send out so that people can show other people the kinds of things that you would want to pay attention to. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so now let's do Amy's question, which is how do I get Google support?
Mhm.
Because
Can you Google it?
thank you. So we're gonna go and we're gonna type in Google support. And when I did that, the first thing that comes up is Google support phone number. Let's see what we get with that. Google Help, Google Pixel tablet help, Android help, more results, contact information, products. So this I can see, support.google.com. Click on the three little dots and it's going to tell me what all is involved with that, how to contact Google customer service from another place, how phishing emails are sent. I have no idea what that has to do with anything, but scrolling down a little bit further, contact information, product help, and office locations. Discover our office so we can provide you with the support you need. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to go to both because didn't think that that was possible. How can we help you? Yeah, let's keep going. So they want you to pick the product that you're having a problem with. Can't access your account. Yeah, there is no phone number there.
No.
No phone number. Let's just say can't access your account. Nope,
Oh,
that's not it. So now let's go.
listen to the whole conversation.
Yeah,
'Cause
I don't think that's going to help at all. Let's just look over here in our little menu. There's the help center, submit feedback. Nope, not going to let you call them. All right, let's go back.
They sent
And go Android to download more apps or help your phone run. Nope. I don't think that's it either. Contact information, office locations. How can we help you? Report an issue, press, see Google offices around the world. Nope, none of that. And as I scroll down, do I see contact?
Combination of numbers.
There we go. There's contact us. And it took me right back to the start of the page.
Oh, man.
Help Center. So let's go to Help Center and see. I'm sure that this is going to be right where we were. It is. So we don't need that. So now that hasn't been so helpful. And I'm sure that Google does not want to talk to us. So let's look. Google support phone number. Am I asking the wrong question? Okay. This is from Pissed Consumer. I'm clicking on it.
That was my old name.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Show me a bus. Jeez.
Just in the corner.
Yeah, little tiny one. Okay, verify. Right? Review and communicate with brands.
It's hard to get a real person.
It is hard to get a real person. So this is not gonna, let's just say Google phone number.
No such thing, I'll bet.
Google.org. Yeah, no, that's not gonna take us there. All right, this one is a dead end. Let's go back. So not very easy. Now down here, get human. So now this says Google service. You cannot speak to a real person at this number. Google does not offer a customer service phone number. So I don't know why you would even bother with that. So let's go back and talk about Samsung. Because that's what
Or
that's-
Android. Maybe we're asking the wrong question.
we could be. All right, so there's customer service for Samsung. And again, it lists it the same way it did before. So I'm going to scroll down. Contact us for support at samsung.com. Let's just go samsung.com support/contact. All right, we're going to go there. And we're going to see if they allow us. Repair, what do you need help with? Let's just see if it's going to, I'm going to block notifications because I don't need that. All right, my orders, product register. All right, contact us, buried way down here. Now, where can we get? It's the same one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. All right, so we'll say with your phone. We'll pick one. And how do you, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Still gonna make you go through all of that. All right, do you know what kind of phone you have, Amy?
Samsung Galaxy.
Yep. Galaxy Z, Galaxy 7, Galaxy 6, Galaxy 5G, Galaxy 4. Which one?
I don't know.
Does it
I'll
look like
have to
any of the
go.
pictures? See if it-
What is mine? Oh, boy.
You can
Um,
find, Amy, you can find it under general on your phone.
I'm going to see what you taught us to go find out which one, but I don't want.
Okay, well, we'll pick
How
one while
many
you,
flip phones are there? I couldn't believe how many flip
I know,
phones
right?
are on
A
there.
lot of flips and a lot of folds, which is really interesting. Like, give me a basic Galaxy.
But Betsy, I have a question.
Yes,
Like I have an HP computer, so would I go to HP, Hewlett Packard? Because I'm not on a phone. My computer, my desktop
good
is
one.
HP, but my phone is an Apple. So I'm like in two
Right.
camps. And I
Yeah,
think the problem that she had was on her computer.
right.
We're gonna go to Microsoft.
Okay.
So we got to go back to the original. Like we're getting hacked or somebody wants to hack us. We got an Android. What do we do? It was so easy to find out for Teresa, but we're going in circles.
So yeah, we
You
are.
need to buy Apple products.
Yeah,
Mm.
but That's very funny. So
No,
if you're talking about your computer, you are going to go to Microsoft.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
let's see if there is a contact us. Not there. So we'll go to Microsoft
I
support.
missed it, but I couldn't.
Phone. Live person. All right. Technical support for Microsoft. 24 hours a day. So there's the number.
That's
Yeah.
for a computer.
That's for a computer.
Okay.
Because if you have a computer, you have a PC, which
Mhm.
is 99% going to be driven by Microsoft. If you have a Mac, then you have an Apple product, and that's not going to be driven by that. It's going to be driven by Apple, and you've got the Apple phone number. But right here, you've got the PC driven number.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. So that was a long
Wow.
roundabout way
Yeah.
to know that Google isn't supporting us. The thing about Google is they're going to do everything online, right? They're not going to have a person there to connect with you because you haven't bought their product, right? You didn't buy it. Google is free. So that it's not going to be very cost effective to provide 24/7 support. You didn't buy anything. Your computer you bought, and when you bought that, you bought the Microsoft product. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah.
Unlike unlike Teresa's situation.
Yeah, because Teresa, you have an Apple, right?
correct.
Yeah. So she has a Mac. So her operating system in a Mac is Apple, right? The iOS. The operating system in a PC, a computer that is any brand of hardware, whether it's a Asus, an HP, what do I have? What do I have? Aspire, an Acer, Aspire, any of the PCs are going to run on Microsoft. So that's your operating system. So you have to kind of know who to call first, right?
Mhm.
Somebody put their hand up. Terry.
Both Nancy and I have had screens like John had a devil that came on and was like, if it wasn't scary, it was really funny. Like, why? I don't know. It was just terrible. Like but it made the noises and all that. And he had gotten, I guess because he called my son at the time, Matthew did know how to get into his computer and see what was going on, but he couldn't fix it from Atlanta. But anyway, but he did say, it would if you could get it turned off, it's not going to help much, but it'll be no more, I don't know, unplug it or whatever you could do. But it came back to us for forever. And anyway, Nancy, I went to that. What did you have?
It was on my cell phone, and I right away I shut it off.
Okay. And then what?
It
And
was
when
like
you-
a devil. It was like a
Yeah, something.
And when you turned it back on, it was gone?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Interesting.
not going anywhere. This was on a screen. This was very scary.
Interesting.
And
Hmm. So, did you do anything else about it, Nancy?
I didn't, because it doesn't seem to have affected the phone. But it was
And
telling me don't turn it off.
right. And
Right.
when you got that message, do you remember? I don't know how long ago this was. Do you remember where you were, what you were looking?
Yes, I was in a restaurant
Oh,
I mean where you were on your phone.
on my phone.
Where were you in Cyberland?
Right. I think I was looking up something.
So that would be useful information. I find it funny that you remember where you were, because I would have too. I would have remembered I was in a restaurant. I would have remembered probably what I ordered, but but knowing where you were in the cyber world would be useful, because that's what took you there. Wherever you were that you were looking up
Mhm.
something, that's more than likely what opened you up to that. So how do we avoid that? There are lots and lots of ways to avoid any of these kinds of scams, and I've got several loaded on my computer to share with you. But what's the first thing, because there's a wealth of information in this room right now. What's one thing you can do to avoid getting in that kind of situation?
Getting into the Wi-Fi of where you are.
Okay, that's a good one. That's an excellent one, Amy. Thank you. Wi-Fi matters. So when, if we're in a place that we suspect might not have good security, don't have your Wi-Fi on. If you're in a city, or if you're not out in the woods like I am, you're going to have cell service, and use cellular rather than Wi-Fi to log on to anything at all. Cellular is going to be far more secure than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is just like this big open party room. Anybody within that range can theoretically have access to what else you are looking at. So yeah, definitely. You're in a restaurant, you have good cell service, go into your phone settings, whether you're Apple or Android. For me, the easiest one, and I highly recommend this, is just to do your quick settings. Apple phones have it and Android phones have it. For me, it's a swipe down, and there's my quick settings, and I can turn off the internet right there from my quick settings by tapping on it backwards, and I can turn off Wi-Fi with one touch right there, and just not have Wi-Fi. Canceling that because I need it right now, but so there we go. Wi-Fi is off, which means right now where I am, I have zero cellular service. I rely on Wi-Fi for my phone. So I'm gonna turn it back on. But you go to a restaurant, you go to a busy mall, you go to a party at a house that you're not certain about, turn it off.
Wow.
Turn it off.
Interesting.
Linda?
Was on a cruise this weekend, and we had an app. There were 14 of us. It was a family thing, and we wanted to communicate with each other. But and it kept saying, put on your Wi-Fi, 20 different messages, and I just wouldn't do it. So my app didn't work. Some of the other people had figured out what to do. I don't know. I was about to put on Wi-Fi. Couldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Good girl.
Yeah. And on a cruise, you more than likely are going to be too far away to get cell service. And so that's why it wouldn't work. But on land, it would have worked.
Oh, okay.
Good example. Good example.
Good. Thank you.
Was it fun otherwise?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was family, and it was always good to be family.
Nice. And sometimes with that kind of thing, you have to resort to old school. You have to say, okay, I'm going to meet you on the third deck dining room at 10 o'clock if you want to do XYZ, or if you want to meet up and, talk or whatever. And if you don't, and you're not there at that time, then I'll see you at another time, and you'll have a wonderful experience anyway.
We did a lot of that. Yeah, it worked.
And you probably also knew which cabins you all were in, so you could have slipped little notes there too. Probably not on the outside of the cabin door, but if you could tuck one underneath, that might have been a way to do it too. But thank you for sharing that. That's cool. Did you have fun?
We did.
Good, good. Terry.
We just came back from vacation in St. Vincent's Island, but the reason I'm telling you this again is because everywhere you went, they said, like a restaurant person came in and said, don't use our Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow.
It was like funny. It was like saying our special tonight is lobster with, a sauce. And it was like really funny. And the same in the hotel. They told you where to use Wi-Fi and not. So it was, interesting. And there, I mean, we would laugh at it, like we were driving to some place or get on a ride or a walk someplace, and we'd say like, what do you think the answer is gonna, like it was just such a funny response to
Yeah.
things all the
Yeah.
time.
So, and an alternative to that, just as a reminder, you can use a VPN, a virtual private network. So your VPN, you log into the Wi-Fi, like on the cruise, Linda, you could have logged into the Wi-Fi, and then if you had already, while you were at home, downloaded, VPN app and started an account and all of that, if you don't already have one, which I do because I value my privacy, then you can turn that on once you get onto a public Wi-Fi system. I wouldn't do that without a VPN, but honestly, on a cruise, I think it's more fun to go old school and kind of play that game with family. But if you are somewhere where it's not that kind of situation, where it's like, yeah, I really do need to be on Wi-Fi, but this is not secure, and there are plenty of cyber thieves lurking everywhere, then what can I do to protect myself? Right now, I think that I am logged in to Las Vegas. Yeah. So my VPN, while it's not necessary for me to be here because I'm in a very secure location, I am logged into my current location is Las Vegas, US. So if somebody were going through our Wi-Fi, which they're not, I'm in the middle of the woods, but if they were, and they were able to get onto me and the Wi-Fi, right now they would discover my husband's iPad, my TV, and my refrigerator, but they wouldn't be able to discover my phone because I am on VPN, which is going to look like I'm not even home. I'm somewhere else. So it's not entirely untraceable and untrackable, but it is pretty darn good for the average situation. Medina.
Your refrigerator? Could you explain?
Do you not have a smart refrigerator?
No.
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 Yeah, so we have a smart refrigerator. We have a Samsung refrigerator.
I have a Samsung. Why does it have to be smart? Doesn't it just have to work?
When you open the door, do you have a little thing digitally that shows you the temperatures?
Yes.
Not when I open the door. I have something on the outside of the door that if I could press and it'll show me the temperature.
And is it digital?
Yes.
Okay. You probably have a smart refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
And how I know we have a smart refrigerator is because my husband has downloaded the app for the fridge and registered our particular model and created an account. And so inevitably at either Thanksgiving or Christmas, when we are in Atlanta with family, we get the notification that the temperature is too low. Inevitably, we're never here when we get that notification. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I packed everything in such a hurry. Did I leave the door open? But see, it also tells us when the door is open. So when the door is open, just a little crack, it'll start beeping in a short amount of time. So putting away groceries, it starts beeping at me always, and I curse at it and tell it to mind its own business. And then, but my husband will get the notification on his phone and he'll go, the fridge is open. And I'm yelling, I know it is. I'm putting away groceries. And it's just like this Abbott and Costello skit that's going on in the house. But yeah, so it'll tell us, which is really handy because, if there's something wrong with the fridge, and there has been twice, we've called a neighbor who knows where the key is, and they go and they turn off the fuse box for the house that's connected to the fridge, wait 5 minutes, turn it back on, and it resets itself somehow. But otherwise, the temperature does go down, and we have lost all of the contents of the fridge when we were away for a long time and out of any kind of cell service range. So we didn't know until we got back into range. So, but yeah, You know, it's a love-hate relationship, Medina. It really, really is. I
My
mean,
refrigerator right now is on life support. And so the refrigerator is not cooling properly. So I've got that drawer under it that is. So I've got just a few things. I can't fit that much, but just a few things in there and nothing in the top part.
and the problem is because, you know, we redid this house completely on the inside. And so the problem is when you buy things, it's nearly impossible not to get things with all the bells and whistles. It's very, very hard to find basic, I want, you know, Freon in the back and ice in the front and just do your job. It's really, really hard. We have not, we have the same washer and dryer that we've had for a very long time, and it came with a house that we moved into, and we're like, oh no, never, nope, 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 we're never leaving this behind. Every time we leave a place, it's like, and these are going with us because they're ancient and there are no smart parts whatsoever. And they work really, really well. Whereas everybody else I know who has new stuff has said, yeah, we've had them out here X amount of times, and we've already had to buy a new one, and it isn't even 5 years old. And you know, it's meant for planned planned obsolescence, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
That you have to buy a new one. So if you have an old one and it works, great. If you have an old one and you can get somebody to fix it, worth it.
Yeah.
100% worth it, you know? I'd liked an old school fridge, but we got this because I couldn't find one. Terry, you had your hand up?
I was thinking about when we moved here and all the different people I'd ask anyone I met, like, oh, who fixed, when we moved here, you know, who fixes your refrigerator, or from somebody else saying, oh, this guy, you know, whatever it was, or I guess also from knowing Denise, I had a notebook full of who, what, where, and when.
Yep.
And like,
Yeah. It's good
Anyway,
information.
but
It's
it
good.
is, and it also was thinking really quickly how important it was. I don't think I learned until like 9/11 how important it is to know some of your neighbors, even if you have a whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a good friendship, that you really know somebody that could go into your house and
Somebody you
get the
trust to
iron
go into
off
your
or
house
whatever.
is invaluable. Absolutely. And we've used them many times. But
Yeah.
you know, and the thing about having smart appliances, because many people have smart homes. Does anybody have a smart home?
A
Okay.
really dumb one.
So smart homes are where you wire all kinds of things, and you'll see an app on both in Apple and in Google. I don't know. Let's see, what's it called? Somebody help me. What's it called in Apple? I can
What
look
is
it up.
it?
What is it?
No, what is the question? What is it
So
really?
I have there's an app in Google for home. Right there for home. So I'm sure that there is a Apple smart home. Let's see what that is. Smart watch, smart home. Apple smart
There is a
home.
home.
Yep.
A little mustard color house or orangey house.
It's an orange house.
Yeah. Orange and like tangerine color house.
All right. Let me go to the app library and see if I can find it big here and show you all. Smart home.
I don't think I can hold it up to the camera.
Is it just called home?
Yes. H-O-M, capital H-O-M-E. And to my eyes, it's orange or tangerine color house with like a window.
Huh. All right.
And a
Scott
chimney.
doesn't have that one. Interesting. He
Well,
likes
pull
all
it down and type in home.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did, and home
I'm
doesn't
not trying
come
to tell
up.
you how to.
Home doesn't come up, but so when I went to Apple and looked at it, it says buy smart home devices and accessories. Turn your home into a smart home with Apple TV, HomePod, Home app, smart bulbs, sensors, and home security. So yeah, there it is. You're right. It's tangerine. It looks like that. That is the Home app. And that's the Apple thing for Home app. Makes it easier to control all of your smart home accessories. So a real useful one that I have seen, and we can do this with ours. It's a separate app, but we can control the temperature inside our house. So if we're away and it's all of a sudden a super cold front comes in that we didn't know was happening, we can turn up the heat a little bit more. If we're, in the summertime, because we do vacation kind of settings, we can change the temperature so that it's not going to absolutely cook in the house while we're gone. And that's our thermostat. But you can also do smart home, which is you connect your various smart devices, and it is going to be much more useful if they're all on the same operating system. So when I looked at this Apple one, where it talks about your HomePod Mini, your Apple TV, your Home Hub, the Home app unlocks the full potential of your smart home.
Right on here.
Lights, security, and climate are at the top. Those are important. And I'm sure you could probably connect your other accessories like your fridge to it, So lots of opportunities for that. The problem is we trade privacy for convenience, as with many, many things. How many people in the last month have uttered the words, "Hey Siri" or "Hey Google"
Mm-hmm.
from across the room when you could have walked over there? I mean, I've said, "Hey Google, turn down the music or turn up the music." I have to admit, I have done that. And I am literally in the same room. I could have walked over to the device and changed the volume, but I didn't because I could, and I turned it up or down because it was convenient. And you do trade privacy for that experience. It is normalized now. I can remember being with some of you when I couldn't have entered those words of saying, "Hey, whoever, change this for me." We've known each other that long. So, and now we think it's normal. I can remember somebody in the room, I'm not sure who it was because there's a lot of Apple users, but people sharing the Siri experience with me and saying how they just tell Siri to do this and that and every other thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, sounds to me like somebody else could be listening. And it's true. It has been found that other people can be listening. Some of the horror stories of toys, children's toys that have been bought that have those features that have been hacked by people outside the home. And I'm not talking like a remote hack in Southeast Asia where some of these data farms are, where that's all they are is hacking in a million different ways. I'm talking about it can be hacked by somebody outside the child's home. And it has that these hackers have done everything
Pretended.
from have the toy give commands to the child and have the toy say nasty things to the child. So, we trade a lot, and privacy is one of them for something that's a feature that we think that sounds like fun. Oh, isn't that convenient? And it always gives me pause of what's the trade-off? Why would I want to do that? So let's look for a minute. We're going to go to some of the things that I pulled up for you to share this morning. The first one is, well, we'll go back to the emails because we've got Teresa's email, and then there were another one. This one, did everyone get this from Social Security? Join us for National Slam the Scam Day, March 5th.
Yep.
Yes, everybody got it?
Oh.
Okay. So here's the website. This is from Social Security Administration. Protect yourself from scams. Be on the lookout for fake calls and text and so forth. So there's a whole thing. I'm just going to share this link with you so that you have the information. it's kind of like, what took you so long? That's my problem with this. What took you so long? We've been talking about this for how long? And now you're making a, you know, slam the scam day to protect seniors. But here are some things. Social Security will never threaten you with arrest or illegal action. Suspend your Social Security number. Claim to need personal information. Pressure you to take immediate action. That's one of the things that you want to pay attention to. If somebody is saying, do something now, like Teresa was saying, don't turn off your computer, call this number now, and had lots of bells and whistles to get her attention about it, that's pressure. That's pressure to take immediate action. And so know that that's always going to be a scam when that's happening. Obviously, and it's not obvious to everyone, but paying with gift cards is never going to be something that anybody legitimate wants you to do. Social Security will not threaten to seize your bank account, offer to move your money, demand secrecy, or direct message you on social media. So this is good information.
Funny,
It's the
funny.
same information we've been talking about for
Mm,
quite
yeah.
some time. I'm going to share that. If everybody didn't get that email, you'll get the link so that you can go to the website and see. And March 5th is a week from Thursday. So we'll be slamming the scam that day. Next thing I want to share with you, going back to our emails, is social media has a scam problem. This particular one, social media scam ads. I was not going to go into this one in great detail because, and I don't really think that people need to read all of the details. It's an old story. I mean, they just put it out, but it's an old story. And there's one way to solve that. What's that way to solve it? Ads on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're on social media. What's one way to solve a scam on social media? Medina.
I don't do any social media, so.
She does none.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's one way to solve it.
Well, I shouldn't say none. I do WhatsApp, which
Okay.
I
So
guess
that
is.
that's a social media company. So yeah. What's another way, if you do social media, how can you protect yourself? Terry?
Can you delete or it asks you to not? I know you can not get the messages, but I'm not sure what next step you take to see that it says report and delete.
Yeah, you can do that in terms of if you see an ad, if you want to take a very proactive approach to what kind of ads you're seeing. For instance, Facebook, we'll just go with that one, has very easy ways to start to hone, because you're not going to get rid of ads for that, but you can hone kind of like what you're going to see. But there's something even more basic. It's a behavior.
Don't click
Don't
on
buy anything.
them. Don't,
If you see something that you just can't live without, go to the website of the company,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, whatever it is, I don't know, a comfortable sandal. And you go, oh, look, there's the ad. I can click on it and buy right then and there. No, 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 no. So everybody say it out loud. No.
No.
Do not pay
Nope.
anything from social media. Do not, because you don't know if they're real or not. You have no idea if they're real. They're so good now. Chances are it's not real. I'm just going to say it's it might be. It might be okay, but chances are it is not. So, a really good example. I saw these things that are hard to find. I'm very big surprise, anti-plastic. And so there are these food wraps that are literally probably something your grandmothers used, which was oiled cloth. And I'm saying your grandmother, maybe your grandmother's grandmother, where they had cloth and they oiled it and then they wrapped food in that. That was early saran wrap, right? that was plastic wrap before there was plastic like that. And so there are companies that sell that. They're actually waxed. They're with a very pliable wax, and they're really lovely. And I saw them on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, I've not seen those in a long time." You find them at specialty stores, but it's hard to find. And so I looked at what's the name of the company. And you can even go ahead, if you dare, click on the ad to get a little bit more information, Joyce, get a little bit more information about it, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't click on it because inevitably it's going to say the name of the company in the ad. And so then you just go back out, go to your favorite web browser. You can even go to one of your private web browsers, like let's share and go to my favorite. Wait a minute. Did it share? Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Let's go back to share. All right, here we go. Go to one of your favorite private web browsers that is not going to share your information and not going to track you with cookies and all kinds of that. And you can go non-plastic food wrap. And what do we get with? And we have, oh, there's large beeswax bread wraps. Lunchkins, compostable. So lots of options for non-plastic food wraps. And of course, there's Amazon right at the top. It is a sponsored ad though, so know that I hate sponsored ads. But there's bee wraps, there's Full Circle Home, plant wraps, Memo to the Earth brand. So lots and lots of choices. And that's all I did was look for choices. What I did was I took the name of the company, plugged that into my search bar, and it brought it up for me, and I purchased those. And I felt very safe and secure because I was going directly to the company and not through some social media ad, which never seems very secure to me. I'm talking about the in-home device sits in the counter. Did I miss that a little while ago? No. What do you mean, Amy?
We were chatting about most people have that thing that sits in their house and they go, "Hey Siri, give me this or give me that." I just don't.
Alexa.
Oh, Alexa. I'm sorry.
Everybody's going to answer.
I'm sorry. And I don't have one. Does everybody here have one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, I do.
Not the
Yeah.
same
No.
thing.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Is-
don't
is-
because I actually think it was Jackie who is the first person I know that had that. And she was telling me about it, and I was happy for her and horrified with what was actually going on with that, because that was even pre-AI, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh gosh, no,
Yeah.
I can't.
And she's still my best friend.
Oh,
Well,
So yeah, not everybody has them. Some people have them. It's a personal choice.
okay.
I exist just fine without it. So there is that. Terry?
I have a short joke. A guy is sitting looking at talking to his, whatever he's talking to, his phone, his whatever it was. And he says, "Hey, Alexa, why am I having trouble with women and with everything in my job and everything?" He says, "Because you're talking to Siri." So there's your answer right there. So it just reminded me of how I used to be so frightened of it. And our friend bought us Alexa, and I had recommended it to quite a few people. I know it's an Amazon product, but years ago recommended to quite a few people that had vision loss. And now there's a lot vision or different ways of communicating from not being able to move around a lot. And it was really a big change. Now they have a lot of choices for that, but
Yeah, there are.
was-
You're right.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on to AI is being used to impersonate the people you trust. We know this. We've talked about it many, many times. Here's one more article about it, and how it works and how it happens and all of that. And again, we're going to talk about how to avoid. And you'll have to scroll down. You can see I'm about 3/4 of the way through the article on how to avoid what's happening with any kind of AI impersonation, or whether or not you even suspect. And again, I'm betting that they're going to say, yep, gift card. There's going to be some urgency. They're going to talk about it, a plea. You want to verify. You want to check authenticity always, and report it to local law enforcement. So I'll be sharing this one. But one of the ones that is interesting to me, I'm going to stop the share and go back in and share because it sometimes doesn't like to do it. All right. So, let me get back to my share. I was afraid it wouldn't play it. So there is an ad here. This is veterans organization that is now protecting veterans because this is happening to soldiers. So let me know right away if it does not play.
But I'm AI, and I don't need you to send me money. With AI, silver foxes like me are now a dime a dozen. They say they are stationed abroad, they're lonely, and that they need money. I know I'm good looking, but scammers can easily create avatars like me for romance scams.
Ladies, don't let fake men like this slide into your DMs. And if someone is asking for your hard-earned money, talk to your family.
That's a good one.
AI is used for influence operations. I look like a general, I sound like a general, but I'm not real, and neither are my orders. From issuing unlawful orders to stoking a crisis, foreign adversaries have a new influence tool to cause chaos in the ranks, and that's me. A new age of information warfare is here. We're all AI, and you need to be prepared.
Oh, boy.
So
Wow.
something that I never considered, right? Because I'm very focused on our demographic. But that's pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Pretty frightening. So we have to, just kind of keep our guard up all the time. So to that effect, we're going to play a game. We got a few more minutes left to play the game. Let me go back to, here we go. All right. Real or fake, the deep fake game. Can you tell real from fake in the 10 pairs of images below? Okay.
Mm. Can't tell.
I don't know how to tell.
First
Well-
one is fake. A. She's
Okay.
Yeah. A.
She says A. Correct.
B.
yeah, she's not facing out the
Yay.
door. She's looking away from the person at the door.
True.
Mhm. Yeah.
True. And I'm not sure, if it says this photo using the prompt, photo taken on a digital camera, a young woman answers the door, taken in a suburban house.
Opens the door to two other friends.
She's looking at somebody else.
And there's one here.
Yeah, but she's
Maybe the other one walked in. I don't know. Good,
Yeah.
good call on that one. All right, next one. Next pair. All right, so which one is fake?
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Somebody's
I'm gonna
thinking
guess
about it.
B.
B doesn't look
B.
right with the lights.
Well, if you look at the lights, because
Yeah.
normally lights would have some glow around it, right?
It's
Yeah.
going to his head.
Plus there's a bowl that somebody's in line with the bowl in A. So there's nobody in front of B.
And is the perspective right here? I don't know. It feels
Oh.
hard to say. All right, we're gonna say that B is a fake. We're incorrect. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no.
Wow. Okay.
What are you to look for?
I don't even know in that one because I thought that the lights and the flame would have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? Duh.
Same
She's
look.
not gonna have a fire inside the noodle pot.
Oh.
Well,
Right?
look at that fire. It's on that one side, way high.
There's a spider?
The
Fire.
fire.
Oh,
Fire.
fire. On which one?
The woman cooking in that big wok. There's
Yeah.
a fire far from her, way high, only isolated.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
That's
missed that
funny
one.
because it looks.
All right. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say A.
Me too.
It's
Because
too
Okay.
good.
of the graffiti.
They're similar in a lot of ways.
They are. They are.
I don't like the way
different
they're walking
arts.
in B though. They're walking too far away from each other. In B.
Well, and B
Both
has
look
nothing
good.
in the white. It's all white and there's no building,
Mhm.
so I don't know.
Right.
All right. So Joyce says A is fake. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was B just because it's
They're
so
not telling
weird.
you why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought B
tell me
because of the
why.
light.
Mhm.
All right, next one. Oh my, one of these is actually real.
How I wake up.
Okay.
I think B is too perfect.
Too perfect. Yeah. Okay. Correct. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
B.
Wow, it was a very detailed, so this was the prompt, right? Huge. Look at how huge the prompt was. There was lots and lots of information in it.
Mhm.
So yeah, that next one. All right. All right, so if we look at A, this guy's out of focus, but these people are in focus, which seems like some pictures I've taken.
Right, right.
This one, boy, it's really good if it's fake.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at individual, like,
Looking at their clothing and it's all
Mhm.
exactly what everyone would wear.
which way they're turned, are they turned looking at the person they presumably are talking to? How about here?
He's looking
Wow.
away at something. Everybody else is looking down or ahead.
They seem more focused.
All right, which one is it?
I don't know.
I think B because it's too good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is good.
Correct. Yes. Yay.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. All right, let's do one more because we are pretty much out of time here.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna say B is
B.
fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, it's too orangey too.
Well, the waterfall.
Well,
It's
I
like
was
a
thinking the
tangle.
waterfall right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to go there if that was.
me too.
Yeah. I want to go to A.
Me too.
All right, we'll say that one. Incorrect. Oh, for heaven's sake. Arr.
That's why
So I will,
orangey
we've got
is
3 out of 10 so far. I will send you that link. You can play the rest of them with your peeps. And Amy, we did not get to your question.
Yeah. But I think I can just get rid of messages plus.
Yeah. So the question Amy had was, it looks like she had several or at least 2 messaging apps on her phone. My suggestion would be to use the one you've been using.
Yeah.
If you're already dialed in and
Yeah.
doing
I
that,
think-
then
I think
use
the other
one
one's
you-
not even, I think the other one's defunct. They got rid of it. That's what I read.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
Well, thank you.
So email
Thank
me
you.
your burning questions. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. We didn't cover everything this week, so it might be a little bit more of this.
This
That
was
was good.
Thank you.
This was really
Good class.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Great week,
Bye-bye,
everybody.
ladies.
Thank you for
you.
coming.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.